Gracias. So, we talk about the first activity is the planning that happened before each sprint. You have the daily meeting that happens every day during the sprinting. You have another ceremonies. The first one is the sprint review. The sprint review, after you finalize the sprint, you have the review. The review is the time that you show the working developed during the sprint. You don't using PowerPoint, you don't reuse, no. You show the code. If you work with code, you show the code. If you work in other project, you show the result of the other project, okay? Sometimes you can use the PowerPoint just only with the background, but you need to show and demonstrate the code, okay? It's like a user acceptance, okay? Typically takes the form of demo, okay? It's informal, okay? It's 2-hour prep time rule and no slide, okay? If you use around 2 hours with your team to prepare to the sprint review, okay? Whole team participate. The PO is part of team, okay? It's not outside, it's part of the team. The PO, the Scrum Master, and the team. Invite the world. It's amazing because you can, for example, the PO can invite the stakeholder, the president of the company, the CEO or CIO, it's no matter. Because it's the time to show what you did. After this meeting, you have the retrospective. The retrospective is the time that you need to reflect what is wrong, what is bad, and you need to define what you continue to doing, what you need to stop to doing, what you need to change the way that you're doing. The sprint retrospective is close to the team, okay? You cannot invite nobody, okay? Only the teams. Sometimes you can invite, for example, the clients, but it's not so common, okay? It happens every sprint. It's the time to stop to doing something. For example, oh, I'm doing something and the people hate, okay? You stop. You continue to doing the things that happens, okay? And start to doing things that you didn't do before. Sprint retrospective, you define it's the block, okay? Less of visitors, stop doing, keep doing, start to doing, or more off on things, okay? It's a very important test, but a lot of people don't like, but it's a very important test because you need to, it's the time to discuss and to fix the problems, okay? It's the time to, okay, I hate, no, not to fight, but I don't like these things, okay? Who is responsible to prepare and to conduct the retrospective and the sprint review? The Scrum Master, okay? The Scrum Master is responsible for to organize the two meetings. One thing is plan ahead. A good tip is to send the message before to the team and ask, what you want to like to discuss in the retrospective? Sometimes the answer is very strong. For example, I don't like the Pedro said blah, 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 for example. And the Scrum Master has time to prepare Pedro for receive the crit and prepare the team to don't go so unpolite, okay? To go polite, to distress not you, Pedro, okay? It's only used as an example, okay? But but it is no, sorry, no, it's not idea, okay? Just to use because you are the first screen that I see in my dashboard, okay? But again, the retrospective, if you receive a very bad feedback from one people, okay, you have the Scrum Master has time to prepare the people, this guy, to receive the comments, and prepare the team to go a little relaxed, take off the stress in the environment, okay? It's a very nice thing to do before the retrospective. It's not the same to say, don't talk the problem. No, you need to fix the problem, but there are a lot of ways to do it. Get people engaged early. It's the thing that I told now. Create the space. It's the thing. Prepare the space. Prepare the people to be welcome to receive feedbacks. Track your action items. Okay. If you define, okay, in the next sprint you do blah blah blah. COP. Start with the previous actions. If you, for example, it's the second sprint retrospective. The things that you discuss in the first retrospective, you check with the list. Is the people do what he asked? He said that you will do. Okay, and have fun using music, use videos. It's the time that the Scrum Master needs to be innovative. Okay, use your. It's this soft skill that the Scrum Master needs to use in this meeting. Okay, so as a process, I have a video that tries to summarize everything that you discussed now. Okay, pay attention. It's the people go to a planning meeting, discuss a lot of things, have problems, and solve the problems in the planning. Define what you use in define the Scrum list, the items that you use in the sprint. It's an amazing example.
Hi, I'm Ravi, the Chief Functional Architect of Application Lifecycle Management. We are now at HP Software R&D site where we develop our products. In this short movie, I would like to share with you our Agile methodology as part of our development process for quality-centered products. Today, it's actually a very good opportunity to do it as we are starting a new iteration planning process.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning. What's up?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Did you have a chance to review the backlog item for the meeting?
I think we need to do some adjustments.
Okay, why is that?
There is the upgrade verification, which I think we need to push to this sprint and not later on.
And do you really think that that's a critical item, that we need to give it a higher priority than what we have right now?
That's one of the most important things for our customers. It will become riskier later on.
Did you have a chance already to discuss it with the rest of the team?
Not yet.
Okay, so let's go to the meeting. I think we are already running late. So I guess adding this one will require some customer validation. Do you really think that we can afford it at this point?
I think it's critical. We can talk to the QA cost team to see if they can help us.
Okay, so let's start to discuss it as part of this meeting and we'll see what are the right adjustments that we should make. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Ravi. Good morning, Noi. Let's start with the sprint planning. You can see on the screen the current backlog of the sprint. Leo, can you say something about our quality?
Sure. Like we all said in the retrospective, the quality is not good enough. So we definitely need to invest more time in our estimates to reflect more testing.
And about current backlog list, do you all agree about the content?
Actually, there is one item from future sprints that I think we should move to this sprint about the upgrade verification. I think we should do it in this sprint as it will become much more riskier in future sprints rather than do it now.
But no, an item that involves upgrade will require a lot of development effort and is very risky. And as we already have too many items for this iteration, I don't see how we can do that.
I agree, but I think we can look at the backlog items and see what we can push on to the next sprints that has low priority.
Rev, you know very well the content. Can you suggest something to remove?
Yes, application installer is on a lower priority, so I think we can push it ahead to the next sprint if you all agree on that.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Yeah, I can live with that. Okay, I will update the backlog.
Leo, just one more question. Do you really think we will have our customers available for validation within this sprint?
Actually, we have a great opportunity because some of them are visiting us during the next sprint. So we can leverage them to help us with the testing.
Okay, makes sense.
So I think we all agree. Thank you very much.
Let's go
for a walk.
So I started testing the edit schema XML yesterday, and it passed. So I'm gonna move it to done, and today I'm gonna take this defect and start testing it.
Okay. I'm currently working on repository mechanism, and I hope it will be finished today for QA testing.
Well, I started working on the upgrade, but I'm afraid it's going to take much more time than we thought because it's a very risky area and every code change requires a lot of testing.
Is there any assistance you can get in order to proceed quickly?
Setting the environment for testing the upgrade is taking a lot of time, so that can be a great help.
So tomorrow I have a status meeting. I will raise this issue and see if we can get any assistance.
Okay.
I will update afterward.
All right, let me know if you need any help. Till then.
Great.
Okay.
So as you can see on the board, the burn down shows there is a gap between the plan and the progress. Beside this gap, there is a problem of content that is yet not reflected in our backlog. Together, we can see here a problem and a risk on our delivery date of the project.
So we need to do the right adjustment in order to meet the timeline, but we need to make sure that the upgrade validation process that we've agreed on at the beginning of the iteration will happen as part of this sprint.
Gal, is there any option QA will assist in order to shorten the development time around this area?
I guess that we can assist with deploying whatever environment needed in order to get the cycle ready, get the cycle running as soon as possible.
At least at my end, I think that it will be quite helpful if we can deliver for you guys some unofficial piece of code and to get feedback, and that will be helpful as well.
Yeah, sure. We'll be more than happy to start performance testing on an unofficial build. It will enable us to give a faster response and will not be surprised.
That will be great. Faster response will also enable dev to fix issues earlier and with lower cost. Let's follow up on this and see the progress, and hopefully we get closer to the plan and solve this gap problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
As you can see, we pay a lot of attention to our planning process. The fact that we use Quality Center in order to manage and track the iteration help us to make sure that all the relevant stakeholders will be synced along the process. Eventually, that helps us to ensure that we deliver the right content on the right time to our customers. Now you will need to excuse me, there's another sprint that needs to start.
Okay. In this video, you can see the planning process. You'll see the discussion that happened. You can see, for example, the Scrum Master worked hard. One amazing thing you can see, the Scrum Master is not involved in one project. The Scrum Master, a lot of time is involving a lot of projects inside the company, involving a lot of teams. Okay. So I'm not sure. Can you understand the full process? Yes or no, guys? Yes.
¿Podría repetir la pregunta?
Did you understand the full process?
Sí.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now you have the opportunity to train or to test. Not exactly the complete Scrum Master is very hard here. I'm in Brazil, you in Mexico. But I prepared one short exercise to apply to you. It's very easy, not involve technical skills. And give me a second. Okay. The test that you do until the end of this class is to define the vacation place and what you do during the vacation, okay? In the first sprint, you need to answer, where are you visiting during the vacation? You have this option, Greece, USA, Egypt, and Italy, okay? After you define the first sprint, where you go, the second sprint, you need to define what you do in the place. For example, if you define, I put here in Brazil, okay? For example, in Brazil, In Brazil, I will go to Brazil. I have money, I have time to visit Brazil. And during Brazil, I visit the Rio de Janeiro, and in Rio de Janeiro, I will see, for example, the Cristo Corcovado, the Pão de Açúcar, the beads, and something like that. Okay. If I go to the grid, I will go the I cannot remember the name. United States. I go to Orlando. I visit Disney. I visit. Okay. You need to answer to your question. And the constraint is you have only $15,000 to visit. Okay. I increase a little, $25,000. Okay. And 1 week to visit. Okay. You don't have more. You need to define a place, consider the time to travel, okay, and to time to travel, okay, time to back. It needs to have 7 days. You have 7 days to do it, and you have $25,000 to visit the place, to treat, to air tickets, everything. Okay. So you need to check how many costs air ticket. You need to check how many more or less you need to spend the hotels, how many money you need to visit the place that you define. Okay, and it is the money and the time that you have. How do you work? How it works? The product backlog. The product backlog is you need to define a place to visit, you need to define the place to go, okay? You have 2 sprints. The sprint 1 is 12, each sprint has 12 minutes, okay? And each 4 minutes, you have a daily meeting, okay? I divide randomly the groups, okay? I will open the breakout rooms, okay? The first thing that you need to define, one guy to control the time, okay? One guy in the group will be responsible to, okay, guys, 4 minutes, you need to talk. The first thing that you have, for example, you have these 2 tests, now where I visit, you need to define the groups, okay? Pedro, you're responsible to check that ticket price. Ricardo, you're responsible to check the hotel in the first sprint, okay? The second sprint, Pedro, you're responsible to define the place that you visit, the good place to go inside, for example, the United States. Ricardo, you're responsible to get how many money you need to visit each place that I planned. Did you understand the task?
Kinda.
Okay, so you need to, again, each sprint has 12 minutes. Each 4 minutes, you need to stop, and every guy involved in one task needs to say what you do, what you did, sorry, what is the problem, and what you do, okay? Maybe you have more people than tasks. In this case, 2 guys work together to solve one task, okay? After 24 minutes, okay? After 24 minutes, I close the breakout room, and one guy present for everybody what you did, okay? Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay. Again, the breakout room is I select randomly. Okay, it's not the group that you worked before. Okay. Don't worry, it's a very nice activity. Okay. I open the breakout rooms, go to the breakout rooms, and do the work. Is 27. We'll back 5 minutes before the end of the session. Okay.